one of the rule of statement of purpose is that do not tell, show. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Muniolu Oglaye. I'm going to be talking about how to structure your statement of purpose. I did a video a while ago when I talked about how to explain your low GPA, and someone in the comment section asked where should he put the explanation for his low GPA in his statement of purpose. And I've had many people ask me question that what is the best format to structure your statement of purpose, because if everybody's like me, I like having a structure because a structure helps me gather my thoughts together because my thoughts can be everywhere. So having a structure helps me gather my thoughts together and makes writing easy for me. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about structure you can adopt for your statement of purpose. But before going any further in today's video, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Your subscription means a lot to me. And I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to people that reached out to me after my last video when I explained I was a little bit under the weather. I was really surprised about the numbers of messages I received on Instagram, and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. So in today's video, so there are different ways and different structure to writing your statement of purpose. The truth is that there is no one format for or structure for you to write your statement of purpose. It just depends on your writing style, also depends on your achievements or your experience. It also depends on the information you have, because if I'm writing my statement of purpose, my style of writing is different from people's style of writing. Now we have different type. We have chronological style, we have the theme style, we have narrative style, we have problem solution oriented style, we have goal oriented style, we have a question and answer style. So these are the styles available. So let me give an example. Like the theme style is always recommended for people that have lots of experience, whether academic and work experience in a particular field. So let's assume that I am pursuing a PhD program in economics, and my undergraduate was in economics. I did a master's in economics, and my research interest from undergrad even to my master's program was in investment. And I have opportunity to work in investment companies. I've done certification or attended conference or presented a conference in investment as an economist. I can adopt a theme structure method because most of my experiences are directed at almost the same direction. Like they're all economics investment kind of thing. But I know that there are people that studied something different in undergrad and are pursuing something different in grad school. So one of my most recommended style is chronological structure. The chronological structure is like having an introduction, a body, and conclusion. Is one of the most popular structure of writing statement of purpose. So now we're going to be talking about what to impute in each of these parts. So the introduction, I did a video a while ago where I talked about how to write an outstanding introduction for your statement of purpose. Please check out that video. That will help you to write a very good introduction. As I mentioned in that video, we have storytelling, we have personal story introduction, we have quotation introduction, we have research statistics introduction. Please check out that video. You'll find it very, very beneficial. In most cases, your introduction should just be one paragraph and nothing more than one paragraph. So the next one should be your educational experience. For example, when I was writing one of my statement of purpose, I was applying to for criminology, and I have a background in law. So in my second paragraph, I talked about classes that I took that are related to criminology. So I did criminal law and I did criminal procedure in law school. So I mentioned some classes that I took in undergrad that is related to what I'm pursuing in my grad school. So in your second and third paragraph, you can talk about your academic experience, things that you learned, things that you did, things that you participated in. And most times you can write that in two paragraphs. If you know you have enough a lot of engagement experience in your education, your undergraduate education, you can use two paragraphs. These are just tentative, it depends on your experience. This is also where you introduce your explanation on why you have a low GPA if you have a low GPA. I would recommend that you dedicate a whole paragraph for you to explain why you had a low GPA. I did a video on how to write and how to explain your low GPA in your statement of purpose. This video was very detailed and I gave an example. When you check the examples, you see why I recommend that a whole paragraph should be dedicated on explaining why you have a low GPA and how that your low GPA do not define you as a person. And also in this paragraph, this education paragraph, so let's just make it organized. You can put it like introduction. The second heading should be undergraduate academic experience, and this is when you explain your academic experience and whatnot. This is also where you impute your undergraduate project, your undergraduate research experience. If you do your various extracurricular activity that you're engaging in your undergrad. Next two paragraphs is where you talk about your work experience and your professional experience. If you do not have like a work experience, if you're a new graduate, this is where you have to use your volunteering experience as work experience. And that's why I always tell undergraduates, make sure you gain lots of volunteering experience. And let's assume you didn't even get so much volunteering experience in undergrad. Try and volunteer after school, even as you're applying to grad school, try and volunteer for one. So like between 4 to 5 volunteer like organizations volunteer. It will serve as an alternative for work experience. And but also if you have lots of work experience and professional experience, having a volunteering experience is also an addition that you can include in your statement of purpose. This should be between two paragraphs. I would recommend 2 paragraphs. But if you know you have lots of experience, work experience, professional experience, extracurricular activity, or volunteering experience, you can use 3, but between 2 to 3 paragraph maximum. Make sure that when you are talking about your experience, to mention skills that you learned. One of the rule of statement of purpose is that do not tell, show. And what this means is that don't just say I have leadership experience, I have a team playing or teamwork experience. No, one you can mention it, but you need to give them examples of how you showcase your leadership experience, how you showcase your teamwork experience. For example, I can say that I served as a team lead for a subgroup in this organization, and this gave me opportunity to be able to lead 15 people with diverse opinion and different language, different background. And after talking about your work experience, the next thing you should talk about is your research interest. What area are you interested in? So let's assume I'm going for a master's in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is wide. So what aspect of entrepreneurship am I interested in? I can say that in the next paragraph after the work experience, I can mention that my research interest is regarding small and medium entrepreneurs in the rural area in Nigeria. That is more concise. Then just give like a brief idea of what your research question is, what you're interested in, what's your curiosity about this field of interest. Then the next paragraph will be why this program, like why you're applying to this department at this university. You can talk about what the university is currently doing that you're interested in, the professors that you would love to work with, examples of their papers that you've read and what you learned from their papers. You have to mention you're excited about working for them. If you have research experience, please include it in your the column for your work experience. I just need to point that out. And also, even if your teaching experience is not like in a formal structure, for example, I wrote in my statement of purpose that I always conduct tutorial for mature students in my class. I mean, that is not a formal teaching experience, but it's still also a teaching experience. So I included that in under my work experience. So you can do that. So that's just an addition. After explaining why this department, the next paragraph talk about why this university, talk about the things the university is doing that you really love. It can be like they have funding opportunities, they have outstanding international students community, they have like 3 minutes this is competition, which is something that you like to participate in. So you can talk generally about what the university is offering, which does not necessarily have to relate with your research interest. Can be like circular social events that you are really interested in. Then lastly, conclude on a positive note. So how do you write a conclusion? Give a summary of your experience, what you hope to learn, and always end with you are excited about the opportunity to be a graduate student in this program and you are looking forward to contributing. As I always say, try to be positive, be optimistic about the possibility of it getting admitted into this university. Now, just a caveat, if the university have questions they want you to answer, please stick to those questions. You can use those questions that this university have provided as headings that you answer. So let's assume university only provide you with two prompt questions. Does not necessarily mean that you have to answer them in two paragraphs. You can break down your answer into lots of paragraphs, but you can also still use the introduction I talked about in my previous video and its brief summary at the end of it. But please, if university have a prompt question they want you to answer, please stick to it. Also, this may seem like a very minute information, but make sure that your document is aligned and make sure that your statement of purpose do not exceed two and at most worst case scenario 2.5 pages, because you're not the only one applying to that program and you don't want to have too lengthy work. So I hope you find this video very helpful even as you write your statement of purpose. Please do not forget to ask questions in the comment section. And as we always say in this family of ours, that this year, take those baby steps because great vision, great wealth, and greatness lie on the premise of small baby steps. Till meet again in our next video. Bye.